Behind there, I believe, is AS Roma, AS Monaco. Give us a wave, guys, at the back. Say hello. Hey, there we go. Arsenal over here. And AC Milan, the big stars of match day one. Sassinho, come over here. Talk to me, man. How are you?
Fine, thanks.
How are you feeling?
We're ready for the match. We're the last training for the match. We're focused on the match because Manchester is very strong. So we have to do another match like the first.
Are you picking up on 9 points again today?
I don't know, but we try.
Come on. Confidence. I like it. Good luck, guys. All right, well, there you have it. Obviously, it's going to be a spectacular day ahead. We're all very excited. The guys are really focused, are concentrated. I'm sure you at home as well are really looking forward to it. So without further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride because Match Day 2 takes off now. As we said, we are looking down the barrel of Match Day 2. 3 weeks ago, we had the opening round of the regular league. We still have 6 rounds to go, including today, as well as one final knockout round, which includes the semi-finals as well as the final. I'm very happy to say that we're here in Barcelona once again. I'm Summer Hunt. I'll be your host today, as well as throughout the competition. And it's great to be back here in person. And I'm very happy to say we're in some great company as well. Besides the players, besides the clubs, besides the whole team putting this great, fantastic event together. Stuart Wesley, he's back with us again. Mate, I'm so happy to see you. How are you?
It's great to be back. You know, at the end of last season, I asked and I prayed for an offline event, and we are back here again with offline gameplay.
We have answered your prayers.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I'm delighted to be back involved here.
And Fierita Catalano, he's here with us again. How are you today?
Very happy to be here. Very eager to see the match day 2 because today we are in for some nice treats.
Ooh, nice treats. I like that. Okay, well, let's take a quick look then at what happened in Match Day 1 very quickly before we get stuck into Match Day 2. We can just remind you a little bit of some of the things that happened, and we can begin with the results. So I'll let the two of you break things down, but I think the main talking point here really is AC Milan. As we were saying just a moment ago with Sassinho, 9 points on the board. No one has done that before, you were telling me, Wesley. So really exciting stuff from them. It's going to be tough for anybody else really to catch them, right?
Yeah, well, they've really laid a marker down in Match Day 1. I think they take most, if not all, of the headlines. But again, a couple of things to just touch on. Monaco, 1 point. You're looking at Manchester United, only got the 2 points. But I think in this kind of realm, or in this type of match day, first match day, it's always sensitive, it's always nervous. It's your first foot forward in a competition. You want to try and make it as best as possible. Some of these teams will be disappointed, but in the words of, in the phrase of AC Milan, AS Roma, Bayern Munich, they'll be delighted with how they got off to a start.
Well, they certainly have come out swinging, haven't they? Well, let's take a quick look at the standings then to get the official breakdown of where everybody sits in the leaderboard. And as we already said, no surprises, AC Milan are first with 9. They're followed by Bayern Munich, 7 points there, AS Roma 6, Barcelona 5, and I think the real surprise is Monaco, the reigning champions, isn't it?
Yes, they just got one match of the quality we expect from them. They were like a little bit bitter, a little bit mad, so will they be able to show why they made such a legacy? Well, we didn't saw that on match day 1. So today, I think one of the most important match besides the Barcelona and Bayern Munich that everybody wants to see is to see the Monaco. What can they do? And also FC Inter. I mean, 0 points seems really hard.
Yes.
So will they go for 9 today? Well, I hope so.
And 0 points in a Milan derby, we have to remember as well.
That wouldn't be easy being in Milan these 2 weeks.
Definitely would be a very difficult time if you're fans of Inter Milan the last couple of weeks. Very true indeed. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at the top goal scorers. Etorito, he's come back swinging as well to the competition. 4 goals already so far in just one match day. He's followed by Roxa and Sasinho. Those are the top 3 on the leaderboard right now, but there's plenty of other names to highlight as well. Anyone that surprises you perhaps in their absence?
I think in the absence, I think we touched on it as off broadcast. We were talking about Monaco and that lack of goals that were quite prevalent on match day 1. Of course, you look at, as we said, top of the tree, Etorito. Again, question marks as to whether he could come back and whether he could put his level to good use. You bet he can, because he's got 4 goals. He's at the top of it. Roxa, of course, is always going to be there or thereabouts. So I think, again, as we go through these match days, we'll see it progress and we'll see it develop, and you'll see these standings change as and when it's possible.
Of course, it's not how you start, it's how you finish, right?
Exactly.
So we're getting into...
literally when you're scoring goals.
Exactly.
Quite literally.
Well, as you can see, we've had plenty of goals from match day 1, so I'm very happy to say that now we can actually take a look at our first award of the day, and it's going to be handed out for the best goal of match day 1. Let's find out who it is.
Zlatan to be found in the middle as well. Here he is on the ball, back heel towards Leao. Can he strike it or goal? 2-1 to AC Milan.
We want to wish the best of luck to our team in the eFootball Championship Pro competition. Congratulations to our esports players for winning the Goal of the Day award in the eFootball Championship Pro 2023. Good work, guys.
Well, please help me in welcoming to the stage the winner of the best goal of the day from match day 1, AC Milan's Sasinho. Give him a round of applause. There he is. Woo! Winner of this handsome €5,000 award. It's gonna just grab this microphone here. It seems as though fate has brought us together again already so soon. How are you feeling now that you've won this?
Now better. No, I'm very happy for this award. I'm happier for the 9 points, but it's more, so I'm very happy.
A personal prize is always a nice thing to pick up, isn't it?
A debut with 9 points and this award is beautiful.
Can we expect another one from you today, do you think? Another beautiful
Not today,
goal
the next match day.
Yeah?
Now calm. The next match day I will try.
Today it's about efficiency, pragmatism. It's not about beauty, is it?
Today only 0 goal down.
Okay.
Next match day, we'll try to win another award.
Brilliant stuff. Well,
Thanks.
Congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
Enjoy it, and good luck today as well to you and the team.
Thanks.
All right, we'll let him go and get ready and focused for his big game coming up later on in the day. But of course, there's plenty more awards to be handed out, more prizes to win as well. Every single match day, someone like Sasinho will be picking up the Best Goal of the Day award. But throughout the competition, there will be other things as well that we'll be handing out. For example, the MVP award for the regular season. The winner of that particular prize will get €15,000. The winner of the MVP award for the knockout stage will get €10,000 as well. But of course, it's not all about the players here on the stage behind me who will be winning all kinds of succulent prizes. Huesa Fiorita, guys. The eFootball fans at home, they can get their hands on some pretty tasty things as well, though, can't they? What can they win?
Yeah, thanks very much, Semra. Yeah, I mean, we talk about the 2 campaigns that Konami have got going with alongside this competition. You'll see some graphics come across your screen in just a moment. Accessing the stream, as you can see it here today, through eFootball itself, will be able to gain you 500 eFootball points that will be automatically applied to your account, as you see the graphic on your screen. And you can see that, as we said, you've got to access it, though, through the in-game banner. So make sure you access it through there and you'll be able to collect those points.
And of course, that's not all, because we have once again the winner giveaway campaign. Be alert, because if your favorite team wins today, on their official channels, they are giving out hats, shirts, balls, scarves, everything, water bottles. So just follow the clubs on their official channels and you may win all of this gear. I want at least 2 of each because they are amazing. Yeah, they are amazing. I love this stuff, you know. But this is amazing. This is amazing. So be alert. Follow each team on their official channels.
To get his hands on some of these
Yes,
delicious prizes that we're handing out, right?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Okay, well, the good news is, by the way, don't know if you know this, but there's still even more to
More?
come.
No.
There's more. Can
Whoa.
you believe it?
Nah, don't believe it.
Well, I'm the bearer of good news. And so, what I have to tell you is that Konami has decided to put out an exclusive list of player cards. So what do I mean by this? It is the club selection pack, and what it is that there are 6 players from each of the 8 clubs that are now available for you through player cards, and 48 players in total. All of them have upgraded features as well. For example, there's more speed, there's better shooting, there's higher skills. All of them will be available in 3 separate volumes. Each volume will contain 2 players from each club, 16 in total if we do the maths. So every single period, every once in a while, let's say, we're going to have a new volume coming out. The first one has already come out on Monday. So Wes, why don't you tell us a little bit more about what's included in that particular volume?
Yeah, well, the two big teams that stick out for me being, as you probably can imagine from the UK, it's the big English teams. So it's Manchester United and Arsenal. You've got David De Gea and Christian Eriksen for Manchester United. You've got Martin Odegaard and Eddie Nketiah for Arsenal. But that's not all. Of course, the rest of the teams that are in this competition have all got powerful cards that you can then employ in your own tactics. Of course, for me personally, it's all about what you do with them on the pitch, though. You know, you can have the best items in the world, but you still need to be able to play with them.
Okay, well, that said, you do have the availability to purchase this first volume all the way up until March 27, and then you can take on the world with your dream team. Right, well, let's go ahead and get down to business and turn our attentions to what's coming up here on the main stage in a very short while. So let's have a quick look at what we can expect from match day 2. Hello and welcome to a brand new season of eFootball Championship Pro.
Finally here, we're back in the offline format. Here he is on the ball, back heel towards Leao. Can he strike it on goal? Rafinha is there on the turn. Lewandowski with the strike! That point as Serge Gnabry is free in the middle. Jesus gets his strike away, and oh, that's a rocket! That is a rifle!
There are 6 more match days to go, so there's plenty of time and ground for things to be made up here.
Barcelona versus Bayern in the real world is a mammoth affair. In the eFootball world, might even be even bigger between 2 sets of really talented players. I'm looking forward to that one.
After today, we have prepared a lot. We have to analyze them. We have to analyze our mistakes today, and we have to go for 9 points. We need it.
Compared to Inter, we at least have 3 points. They only got 0 points, which is, I think, more heavier for them.
But you look at Monaco and you think 1 point on the board, very, very disappointing from the reigning champions in their pursuit of trying to retain the title.
It will be close game.
For me, Monaco is one of the best. Now focus on this on Monaco and training a lot.
We are never scared. We are Manchester United. It will be a great battle, but we will be ready.
They were able to come through, shock the world, and yeah, they've shocked the eFootball Championship Pro 2023 season so far because they're table toppers.
All right, well, let's go ahead and take a closer look then at who's going to be playing against whom and at what time. So make sure that you make a note of this because we have a very action-packed day in store for you. It all kicks off between 2 big giants in FC Barcelona and FC Bayern Munich. And of course, it's going to be a reunion of 3 former teammates as well. Alex Alguacil is now with the Catalan outfit. He'll be going up against his former teammates in Jose as well as Mestre. Following that, at 2:30 Central European time, we have FC Inter against Arsenal. Both of them, as we've seen earlier, earlier in the leaderboard. Well, they're far down, so they do need to start collecting some points right quick. Then later on at 3:45 Central European time, we have AS Monaco, the reigning champions, against AS Roma. You may remember this matchup from last season when actually they faced each other in the semi-finals, but as we said, we all know what happened there, so perhaps the Italians will be looking for a personal bit of vendetta for today. And last but not least, at 5 o'clock, we have Manchester United against AC Milan, a really intriguing clash. Manchester United only picking up 2 points against FC Barcelona last week. They do have a lot of work to do then against a team that is undefeated so far in this competition. Wes, is there anything else that you would like to add? Because it's a hugely exciting day, isn't it?
I mean, there are stories throughout this entire fixture list. Again, you pointed to the top of the tape in Barcelona and Bayern Munich through the 3 former teammates facing off against one another. I think looking at Manchester United versus AC Milan at the end of the day, are AC Milan going to be able to continue that run of form, or are Man United going to strike back and start to get some points in? There's so many different things you can go with, Rita.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I'm expecting to see Alex against former teammates, because they are also friends. We will have plenty of time to talk about that. But I mean, I need that match to start right away.
Okay, we know that we want you to, you want to start this right now, but we do have to hold fire a little bit, because we just want to give a quick reminder for everybody at home to make sure that you stay up to date on all the latest information across all of our social media platforms. And of course, you're probably already watching us on YouTube, so make sure that you stick around here as well throughout the day and throughout the entirety of the competition. And a reminder as well to collect your 500 eFootball points. You can do so by joining this stream through the in-game option. Right, well, let's go ahead and answer Fiorita's prayers. We can go ahead and turn our attention to the first matchup of the day. So do welcome to the stage now a Titan clash between FC Barcelona and FC Bayern München.
There's many different kind of teams, Man United, Bayern, Monaco, even Arsenal, that could really have chances to win. At the end, everyone is so nice, but I will say that teams are the stronger one at the moment.
The strongest opponents are Manchester United, because they have 3 skilled players and they always want to win. So they are real experienced and they play really well. Then we have Monaco, the title contender. Of course, they won last year the title. So yeah, they of course are one of the strongest. And then Barça with the Torito, they now have a really good squad. So yeah. Nevertheless, we don't have fear to anyone. We are capable of everything, so we need to be confident in ourselves.
The confidence coming out of each player.
Starts in this tournament, this Brazilian guy called Jay Victor. He's a very young player, very talented player, and he's making his debut. You can see him on screen, Jay Victor, and he's making his debut against Torito. And there is a long-standing history between Italian world champion Ettore, Ettorito, and Brazilian players. So if something was needed to add a little bit more spice to this match, was this last-minute confirmation that Ettorito was playing against Jay Victor.
Yeah, and I think if you look at, again, if you look at this matchup, it is almost David versus Goliath in terms of Ettore has that history of winning. He's a serial winner of championships within eFootball, and to then come in as your first ever game within eFootball Championship Pro, to be representing Bayern Munich, to be in a place that you're not familiar with, and then against Ettore, it's a very tall ask. But as we said, in terms of the tail of the tape for João Victor, for those of you who are unfamiliar with him at home, International Cup winner in 2022, was the national champion of Brazil in 2021, was a global esports game winner in 2021. So he's not just somebody they have put out of thin air to come in and play and be a part of the roster.
No. He's a well-seasoned player.
He's got some pedigree there, but again, it's in terms of the matchups that we can see here, it's Ettore versus João Victor.
Yeah.
This has got a classic written all over it.
And it's his first match in eFootball Championship Pro. So that's also something not to be missed. I mean, it's important how you enter this competition. Remember, on match day 1, this question was brought again with the AC Milan players. They are making their debut. Well, they went home with 9 points. So, I mean, anything may happen. These players are all top-notch players in the world. Of course, they will beat you and beat me and beat all of our viewers because they are the best in the world. But this match would be very important. Remember, this year's format, we are having 3 games in each match. Every game counts because this all goes about points. So every match counts at the end of the season.
Absolutely it does, and in some cases they count double because of how close some of these teams will be come the end of the season. And again, for teams like Bayern Munich, for teams like Barcelona, for any of the teams that are in this competition, they're not your teams that you've never heard of. These are some of the premier teams on the planet, and they will want bragging rights as much as anybody, whether it be in real football, whether it be in esports. They want those bragging rights. And again, if you look at the makeup of the two teams, if you look at the Palma, you look at Alex Alcacil on one side, you then look at the other side, you look at Miguel Mestre, you look at Jose, you look at João Victor, Lutti, of course, there's that almost that through kind of thread that you see with Bayern, that although yes, they've changed out Alex, or Alex has then been changed out, they still have that through thread of Mestre, Jose, Lutti. There is still that consistency and that continuity there. So to have players like Mukahit, for example, or João Victor, it's a lot easier to come into that type of setup. But on the flip side, when we talk about Ettore and we talk about his pedigree within being a serial winner, there comes an expectation for it. To put it into kind of footballing context for those at home, it's kind of like how Manchester United, when they signed Casemiro, you bring that type of player into your dressing room, it can galvanise an entire team. And that might just have that effect here. Ettore brings that winning mentality and will try and drive his team on and will expect more from his teammates. So he's now got to go out and set the standard here as well, which again poses its own kind of quandary. And as we see, both teams are kind of almost ready to go here. We are under starters orders and we're just waiting for the game really to commence here. But again, looking at the two players, Ettore looking pretty calm, pretty chill. He seems to be very relaxed in his chair. João Victor not really giving that much away. But again, when you look at both players, both are encased and kind of covered by their teammates to just give them that little bit of, it's okay, we've got you. And that's sometimes all you need within esports, is sometimes somebody to just put their hand on you and go, yeah, we've got you, it's okay. I mean, we'll see, interestingly, right hand side of your screen there, looks like a 3-4-3 formation from João Victor, which is, from my reckoning, a very aggressive formation, if that is what is to be pulled out here.
He wants to start with the right feet here. Also, a big shout out to our friend Harry. Harry, it's in England. We wish that you are enjoying this match, and we will see you again very soon. You are listening to my friend Stuart Weza FC. He will be doing the play-by-play in this match. We are here live from Barcelona with the top players in the world, the most important European clubs, official esports competition. This is official. Each of these players were chosen by the clubs, and here we are for a treat. This is game one on match one. This is Barcelona against Bayern Munich.
You can see, interestingly, on the left-hand side of your screen there, Etorito employing a 4-3-3, which is relatively what we see at these types of level of esports. Is there's very much a down the middle,
balance,
quite narrow, keep it compact through the middle, as we'll see as we are about to kick off here. And it will be Bayern Munich versus Barcelona. See both players in that traditional gamer lean stance of get as close to the screen as you can. And here we go. It is Bayern Munich from left to right. Gnabry to Koeman. Koeman looking for an early ball into the box there. Sergio Roberto takes it away. Back in from Musiala. And launched clear once more. And again, these early exchanges will set the tone for this game. Here's Lucas Hernandez out to Matthias de Ligt.
Yes, J. Victor start touching with fast kind of game.
That may just fall into the hands of Etorito here. May just want to have a little bit of the pressure from the youngster and then use that experience that he's got just to exert his will. But from kickoff here, it's pretty much been all Bayern so far in terms of possession. Here's Serge Gnabry, and Jules Koundé will win it back, and it's deflected out for a throw-in. So again, it's going to be these early moments where you're going to try and feel out your opponent. You're going to try and find a way through the defences real quickly. Who will have that first golden opportunity is Frenkie de Jong to Christensen, back to de Jong. Kimmich will intercept it. We'll play it forward to Musiala. Going to counter-attack personally beyond here is Sadio Mane. Little double touch inside, tries to play the ball forward, looks for Kingsley Coman. Christensen takes it away. It's Pedri to Busquets.
Good defending by Etorito. He cut the play, and now he's ready to counter-attack.
It might just be. Here's Robert Lewandowski into Pedri. Ryan Gravenberch will take that clear, and you can just see waves of players going backwards and forwards here, and I can imagine it'll be whoever can draw first blood here will take control of this game and will try and suffocate this game.
Doesn't seem very tactical by now. It seems like a homeschool game, you know, the one that you play with your pals at home.
Yeah, there could be a little bit of pressure just seeping in on both sides. Again, first game of the day here is Sommer. Plays it over to Lucas Hernandez again.
Cuidado.
So Upamecano.
Cuidado.
To Matthias de Ligt. De Ligt looking forward there. There's Gnabry. There's Tell to Mane. Mane back towards Tell. To Kingsley Coman. Coman has Tell back in the middle. Double touch and a little bit of a missed input there. A little bit of nerve. Maybe creeping in there. Didn't quite go the way that he wanted to, and ter Stegen will launch that one happily clear from a Barcelona perspective. Here is Upamecano though. Wins it back from the defences. Jamal Musiala. Sergio Roberto with the interception, and again it seems to be Bayern Munich that are having the happier of the time here. Is Tell in towards Sadio Mane. Mane double touch around the corner towards Kingsley Coman. It's been pulled wide. I think ter Stegen more than likely had that covered.
Yeah, and it's Bayern Munich attacking, Etorito defending with Barcelona. Good interceptions on the back of the field. So we are getting a little bit of a surprise game in here, because we all know Ettore for his offensive game.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, in terms of lineage, I don't think he will be adverse to doing a little bit of defending here and there either. Here's Kingsley Coman though. Bayern Munich really setting the pace here. J. Victor looking to try and find a way through. Here's Musiala to Mane. It's cleared away by Franck Kessie. Here's also Dembele. Kimmich will block it away once more. Musiala gifted back towards Dembele. Dembele now has runners. He looks to try and run it forward, but Lucas Hernandez will take that clear. And again, nice double touch in there from Sadio Mane. Here's Serge Gnabry. Gnabry clips one over the top. Kingsley Coman. He's got Tell in the middle. He's got maybe one arriving at the back post. He's double touched inside. Goes to play into Tell. Back towards Musiala. Musiala trying to fashion the chance. It's blocked. And it's cleared away by Frenkie de Jong. Bayern really setting the tempo here.
Bayern keeps banging the door, and they might get in.
Yeah, they are trying to find an avenue in here, but it's all right. And Barcelona being robust in their defence of their goal. Here's Frenkie de Jong forward. It's cleared away once more. It's Musiala to Mane. Araujo will take that clear.
It's amazing how he dominates the game.
He's really trying to set the pace here, but again, player like Ettore won't need a lot of touches to get himself in front of a goal here as Kingsley Coman looks to launch that one forward. Sadio Mane looking to recover it. Araujo will play it back to ter Stegen. And you'd have to say, for the opening 35 minutes here, it has been Bayern Munich setting the tone.
Yes, they were the one making the goals. If you look this and you don't know who is who, you will say that the experienced player would be the one on the white shirt.
But amazing. It's amazing what nerves can do to somebody. As Musiala tries to play it forward, Sergio Roberto gets that clear. De Jong looking to launch a counter here. Pedri double touches in field. And Upamecano strong in the challenge. No foul from the referee. Gravenberch's trying to play that forward, but Busquets sweeps it back up.
Some imprecision on Barcelona's side.
There is, but it won't take a lot. Here's Kessie in towards Lewandowski. Lewandowski looking towards Pedri. Pedri gets away from Upamecano. Back in towards Lewandowski!
And as you said, Ettore doesn't need a lot of possession. Ettore doesn't need to hold the ball. Ettore knows how to shoot. And bazooka! Here's the first goal.
Does. We said, doesn't need a lot of touches to get himself in front of goal. Again, it was neat. It's this touch here where Pedri just takes it away from Upamecano. There, just an overcommitment. And it's a first-time strike. You very rarely see those within eFootball. Brilliant strike from Robert Lewandowski. And again, in that type of real estate, there's not many strikers on the planet you would want in front of that ball than Robert Lewandowski.
Very nice, the back heel, the passing.
Very smooth goal, and again, you would say it's against the run of play, but Barcelona will not care a moment about that. They are 1 goal to the good, and as we constantly say on these casting and commentaries that we have, the only stats that matter are the ones in the top left-hand corner. It's the time left on the clock, and it's the amount of goals you put in the back of the net.
There's there's no moral result, it's real result.
Absolutely, indeed. Gravenberch heads forward, Sergio Roberto takes it away. Here's Kessie.
It's not about luck, it's not about who deserves the win, it's about who wins.
It's executing under pressure is what you need here.
And also, it's how aggressive can you be and how can you get those opportunities. Just one situation, 1 goal.
I mean, if you look at the first half, there's only been 2 chances. There's been a goal, and then there was the shot that was pulled wide by Bayern Munich. So the reality is that it's more of a midfield battle, but it seems to break down when that last final ball tends to go through. As we'll see, it comes to the half-time whistle. Again, is Barcelona 1, Bayern Munich 0. And again, we would say against pretty much the run of play. But again, we do say this about players. They will find a way. They will find a way to break you down. They will find a way to score. As we'll see, kick-off now. Very quickly, here's Kessie forward to Lewandowski. Lewandowski onto Pedri. Dangerous position here for Barcelona. Double touch inside. Gnabry will clear, it's ricocheted. And Sommer will come and hoover that one up.
Oppa, be careful with that.
Mistake there for the goalkeeper, but he doesn't get away. He gets away with it just about there.
Be careful.
He's Tell.
If you just are joining, this is Ettorito 97 against J. Victor. Barcelona against Bayern Munich.
As you'll see just there from the graphic, Ettore looking to extend that lead at the top of the goal-scoring tallies, up to 5 for the season so far. As Sergio Busquets recovers the ball well, finds it to Robert Lewandowski, Frankie de Jong to Pedri, lets it run through his legs. Pedri doesn't go for the double touch this time, looks to just negotiate his way out of trouble instead. Kessie, Pedri, Lewandowski, on towards Frankie de Jong. Matthijs de Ligt will take that clear.
His game is so smart, so intelligent.
It's those neat little passes that you just keep you guessing. Musiala
and he plays by memory, he doesn't have to look where his players are. He already knows.
And that comes to prep work. That comes to knowing where your team are going to be, knowing how your team perform, and knowing exactly where they're going to be on a virtual pitch. And as we see there, 57 minutes gone here. Again, second half kind of stayed a little bit like the first half in the sense of Bayern trying to get themselves back into the game, but we'll see their changes just coming on the right-hand side of your screen there. You can see just what the debate really is going on here.
I think that Barcelona had a better second half than what they offered on the first half. At least they are proposing a little bit more, having the ball a little bit more in the midfield. So it would be interesting to see what will happen now, because for sure he has to, Bayern München has to bring his team forward.
Yeah, absolutely. And you'll see there as well, Barcelona taking a look at Bayern Munich's tactic there on the left-hand side, just having a look to say, well, okay, guys, we're in the pause here. What do you think? What are you seeing behind us? Because we said before, you know, it's great having the ideas and having the controller in your hand, but sometimes you just need an onlooker to just maybe give you a, actually, I've seen something you haven't here. But as we can see, just little tiny minute changes here. You can see right hand side of your screen, Bayern Munich changed to a 3-5-2. They've started to get a little bit more expansive. It may open up the game as we'll see some substitutes potentially looking to come on here as well. Choupo-Moting looking to be deployed. We've seen him used to great use over the years as Bayern Munich have used him. But ultimately, it seems to just be, these are the moments that may just get Bayern Munich back into this game. It's these little tiny changes that may just deliver a benefit here as Hernandez plays it cross field over to Kingsley Coman. Gnabry back to Coman. Choupo-Moting on towards Sadio Mane. Mane dispossessed by Araujo, but Choupo-Moting's benefited here. He's got it back to Gnabry. Gnabry looking back in for Choupo-Moting. Can he score? Oh, he's trying to play it across. It's a great manual save from Etorito.
Amazing goalkeeping by Ettore. I told you earlier, he's known for his offensive game, but what a defensive game has proven by Etorito.
Game's not over, and neither has the danger. Sadio Mane looking back in for Choupo-Moting. Ball is in the back of the net. It's an offside flag, though.
Very
we'll see that.
Very good player, Jay Victor also.
Yes.
Very good player.
Yeah, in terms of those combination plays, you can see what chances he is trying to fashion out of the game plan that you can see here. As Lucas Hernandez looks to put that one cross field. And again, for those watching at home, if you're wondering why the power bar is sometimes green and it's sometimes purple, those will be those stunning inputs that you'll normally see. Either stunning strikes, stunning crosses, stunning passes. They just give a little bit more zip on your passes and strikes here as Frankie de Jong looks to play in field, and he's played it, and Pedri has got it back from Kingsley Coman. It's Robert Lewandowski looks to take a touch in field, and instead Lucas Hernandez will take that clear, and as time ticks down here, Barcelona looking to exert their will. It's Pedri onto de Jong, neat little back heel, finds Robert Lewandowski. Hernandez with the block, De Ligt will launch this one clear. Here's Sadio Mane, it's towards Choupo-Moting. Going to have runners in the middle potentially. He's found it cross field over to Kingsley Coman. Coman looking in field again, but instead challenged by a Barcelona defender, and Kesse will just lift that one forward.
And you may see that Pedri is already tired, Lewandowski is already tired, but as those players have some important physicalities, they are remaining on the pitch.
They are indeed. They're always useful, even with a depleted energy bar. As Kingsley Coman looks to deliver one potentially to the back post, was looking for Sadio Mane to stake and will come out and claim that. And as you'll see, just next to the cameras of both players, you'll see attacking bias is changing here and there. It'll be all-out defence, it'll be defensive, or it'll be attacking. If you're brand new to the game, they all have their different facets to their game that you can use. If you want to be a bit more aggressive, you'll go more attacking, as we'll see here. Gnabry looking forward. Tell looking to win the header. Pedri will clear only as far as Gravenberch. Gnabry back in towards Choupo-Moting, and he's looking for Sadio Mane. It's cleared away once more.
By now, Etorito wants the time to pass, and all the proposition comes from the Bayern München side.
It does, but he will be happy with that pressure as Pedri plays it into Frankie de Jong. Neat dummy to take it away from the defender. Turns back infield. Really smart turn there from Ettore. Just couldn't quite get the benefit of it, but again, it chews down some of the clock. 9 minutes plus injury time, as we'll see tactics being deployed once more. You'll have a look at the subs benches that are there. Again, if you're wondering why there's, you know, in terms of the players on those benches, don't forget that there is a team strength limit, or a collective strength limit of 2,430. I double checked to make sure that I had the figure correct. They have to stay below that limit, and if they stay below that limit, that's what we're playing to here. So, of course, as we mentioned, or as Semra mentioned about special cards and things of that nature, you've still got to take into account what effect that's going to have on your collective strength level.
Yes, of course, all of that, it's a very important aspect of the game, but I couldn't agree more with my friend Weza about all that is important, but also your hands are very important and your mind is very important.
Absolutely. If you can outthink your opponent, if you have quicker reflexes, you will often win a game of eFootball. Here's Leon Goretzka. Kimmich forward to Tell. Looking for a back heel through there, and instead it's Lucas Hernandez. Kimmich back to Hernandez. Is Davies. Ibrahimovic. On towards Choupo-Moting. Choupo-Moting looking to dig one into the back post. Mane just running a bit out of steam. Can't keep up with the play, and as such, ball goes out for a goal kick. 5 in-game minutes left here, plus stoppage time.
Yeah, and every minute coming by is a minute won by Barcelona, by Torito. He has not rushed at all, of course. And now it's like, I think it may be 1 or 2 chances left.
Yeah, if it's gonna be any time for João Victor, it's gonna have to be now. Choupo-Moting to Ibrahimovic. Choupo-Moting gets the ball back, but Koundé sticks a foot out. Sergio Busquets will clear. Anywhere will do for Barcelona at this point. With this, as they say in the UK, squeaky bum time indeed. Here's Ibrahimovic to Goretzka. Koundé takes it away though. Here's Pedri. Looking to just kill the game off here effectively. It's into injury time. Knows how important these 3 points will be if he can just evade a Bayern Munich attack. One last chance potentially. It's gone back over halfway. Ball goes forward again. Bayern looking to get the ball forward. That whistle still not there, but it is now. It is Barcelona 1, Bayern Munich 0, and Torito comes away with 3 points for Barcelona.
And look, he looks disappointed. This is the kind of player that Ettore is. He won the match. He has perfect score because he won match day 1, he won match day 2, but he thinks this is not a performance at his level.
Well, for me, if it were me looking in on it, you've won. You've took the 3 points. You've got max points.
Of course.
You know, maybe for personal accolades, he may have thought there might have been more of a opportunity to score more goals, maybe. Yes. But there wasn't that many chances either side. So realistically, it was more of a stalemate. If not for that Pedri touch that takes it away from Upamecano, does Lewandowski not have the opportunity to score?
Yeah, I agree completely on that. I mean, he won a good match. He defended very well. He had a very important save by his keeper. I don't know why.
Yeah, and
I will try to ask him.
Yeah,
later.
I mean, you talk about quality that proved the day. It was that brilliant manual save that we saw.
Yes.
That won the game. You know, as much as we say, oh, it's really important to have goals scored and everything else. If you're deploying a manual skill and that saves your goal, it is as good as a goal.
It remembers me of a save of a goalkeeper from Argentina called Dibu Martinez. That with a save won a match.
Yeah, but that's it. It's those moments where you go, okay, if he doesn't make that save, that cut across was onside. Yes. Tell's got an easy tap in.
Yes.
It was that simple. But instead,
it's a play that may be won a match.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. But again, from a Barcelona perspective, they're 3 points up now. So that's another 3 points in the bank. They'll be delighted with it so far. I believe from what we can see, what is coming next on the bill, it's going to be The Palma versus Jose, which will be a very, very tightly contested affair.
We are saving the ex-teammates match for the last. That would be the dessert.
Yes, or well, certainly for you, as your personal one you're looking forward to today is this, because it's more drama than you can probably take.
Yeah,
but
I like my telenovelas.
Well, these two here have their own history. Both are Spanish.
Of course,
both have played against each other. Both have represented national teams within the same setup. So these guys will know each other very well.
Very well.
But as we have always said, once the curtain goes up and the show is on, friendships can be cast aside and rivalries are renewed. And this, again, as we've heard already, it's pretty important for both teams, not just for the standings, but bragging rights. You have got bragging rights over your friends. It's as simple as that. And again, as we say about how important it is, you've got to make sure that everything is where it needs to be. And I've seen performances from the Palma in the past that have disappointed. Again, I'd point to match day 1, which, again, looking at it, was a 0-0 draw against Manchester United. Wasn't really the game I think that everybody thought it was going to be versus Nexa. Instead, it was a rather drab 0-0 affair. But I've also seen games where the Palma has tore defence to shreds within the first half and be 5-0 up. So it depends on what version of the Palma turns up. And of course, on the other side of things, we've got Jose, who has been in incredible form over the last couple of seasons, both domestically and internationally, has been there or thereabouts in a lot of competitions. What version of Jose turns up? Is it the version that is the super competitive Jose that we know, or is it going to be something that we're going to see that's going to be completely different?
No, I think that Jose is in very good shape, not just physically, but I mean he's in a very mature state of a player standing point. And also this is a match against the two captains. I mean both of them have responsibility over their teams, so that may also add a little bit more to this game.
Well, it's important because, again, as you've seen in real football, as you see here, and as you can certainly see from the pictures on your screen at the moment, you don't have to be the captain to behave like a captain. So you'll see, for example, with the Palma, he's getting all of the information he can from Alex, from Ettore, and again, the same thing from Jose. He's got Mestre, he's got Victor, or João Victor, he's got Lutti, who's in behind him, who, again, we often say that, what's the role of a coach and why is a coach so important? A coach is important because it's that fresh set of eyes that is outside of the emotional state.
Exactly.
If you can have a kind of a set of eyes that is looking at something with no emotion attached to it, it's worth its weight in gold because they can show you something that you're not quite seeing. Because again, when you are, blinkered and you're in tunnel vision and you're just focused on your game, all you can do is just focus on the gameplay. If it's not going your way, you'll need somebody to take you out of it and say, hey, calm it down, we can do this.
Yes.
Okay, this is what you need to do.
I need to change, or I need to stay like this, or I need to change. That's also an important fit on your tactic. Yeah. It's an important point. So we are here for the captain's match. First match went to Barcelona, 1-0 in Ettore against debuting player João Victor, which had a very, very good kind of play. I think he did a well performance.
I think it was unfortunate. I think in some regards it was unfortunate. Yes. We talked about the skill of Ettore in terms of manual goalkeeping, but again, that passing nature or that passing moving that we saw from João Victor, he wouldn't be in those positions if he didn't know how to get there. So again, in terms of his level, you can see what it was there, and I don't necessarily think that maybe Ettore realised that it was going to be that difficult, but it certainly was, because it was a midfield battle. Every time the ball tried to go through to Bayern's defence, it would get snuffed out by Kimmich. Every time it went through to Barca's defence, snuffed out by Busquets. So you've got to find your roots around these defensive midfielders. They are kind of, especially in these lineups, they are the most important players in these teams because it's a pivot between the defence and midfield. And once you get it into midfield, you've then got to be able to progress it forward quick enough. And they have weapons either side. Barcelona, they've got Dembele, Rafinha, Ferran Torres, they've got Lewandowski. Bayern side, it's Koeman, it's Gnabry, it's Sane, it's Muller, it's Choupo-Moting, it's Tell. There's so many weapons. You just need to get that ball in transition and get it moving. That's all you need to do to really damage teams here. And I think we're going to see probably, I'd say, a little bit more of an open game here.
And here we are for the second match. The second game of match 1. That's the correct term. It will be Jose G against De Palma.
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting tie indeed. Again, looking on the right-hand side there, Jose deploying that 3-5-2 that we've started to see. We have started to see that as a different way of playing. We talked, a lot about the almost cookie-cutter 4-3-3 that we're used to see. Somebody playing 3-5-2 can dislodge people, but a 3-5-2, it suggests you want to be dominant in midfield, which if Jose can deploy that, he will win here.
If you saw the first match, you may understand why he's picking that, because this is a clear example of how important a good midfield is in this kind of game, because you have to look at your team, but you also have to look at your opponent team.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. There's so much to be said for deploying your own game plan and playing your own game, but when you have players of this caliber, both on pitch and off pitch, you have to game plan something. You have to know what is coming. As we'll see, from left to right, it is the Palma, as Frankie de Jong will lead it off and clear his Ousmane Dembele on the right-hand side, in towards Frankie de Jong. De Jong lifts the ball into the box, to with the header clear. As far as Gavi, interesting personnel change there. You're seeing players using different players that they're used to and they're happy with, one being Gavi. And it's interesting to see these little individual quirks that these players will have between these two teams. Here's Ousmane Dembele, and Sadio Mane will intercept it and take that one clear. Turn back in field here, goes cross field, finds João Cancelo. Again, a new addition to Bayern Munich's ranks. Again, interestingly, different changes of personnel here. As Gnabry looking for Koeman. Koeman does recover it. It's a little bit scrappy, but it does find its way there.
And we haven't seen any kick-off goal yet.
No, it seems to be, at this level, they seem to get snuffed out very, very quickly. Here's Joshua Kimmich. Forward towards João Cancelo, looking to get forward on that right-hand side. Gnabry in towards Mane. Mane looking towards Kingsley Coman. Has got Tell in the middle if he can use him, and Jules Koundé will take it away from him very cleanly indeed, as Frankie de Jong looks forward, and Ousmane Dembele looking to get it down the right-hand side here. Interestingly for Barcelona, looking a little bit isolated at the top end of the pitch. That might be more so down to that Bayern Munich formation that, again, has them being snuffed out in that kind of middle area. Balde looks to play it forward here, finds Pedri. Gnabry heads it on and heads it clear. Here's Joshua Kimmich on towards Kingsley Coman. It's cleared away again though, counter-attack maybe on it. Ousmane Dembele, can he find Frankie de Jong? It's Lucas Hernandez that will take it to Sommer. Sommer launches it clear. It's eventually picked up by João Cancelo. Cancelo forward.
And this may be, at least by now, the most balanced game we've seen.
I think so. Bit of an errant clearance there. It's corner ball for Bayern Munich. Joshua Kimmich with, I think it is our first corner of the day.
Yes.
Joshua Kimmich looking to deliver this in, looking towards the header of Serge Gnabry. Koundé will get the header clear. On as far as João Cancelo. Cancelo, what can he do here? Looking to shimmy and shake down the right-hand side there. Does very well indeed. Tries a double touch. De Jong reads it though. Ball's deflected back into the box. Tell. Christensen will clear it. And away it goes to Robert Lewandowski. Here's Pedri. On towards Dembele. Counter-attack could be on here. Dembele against Upamecano. His French teammates up against one another. Dembele plays a ball into Gavi, Pedri, and Koeman.
Nice dribbling by De Palma. Nice dribbling. Nice, beautiful kind of game playing, but it wasn't enough. Like now the ball is recovered.
It's like watching a boxer try and feint with a jab. As you see, Gravenberch ball in towards Koeman. Koeman looking to get loose here again, but Jules Koundé again locking it down. Here's Gavi. Plays a first-time pass forward to Ousmane Dembele. Dembele looking to get forwards. Got round Lucas Hernandez. Dembele in towards Lewandowski. Big save.
Very good save. Manual goalkeeping, that's what the masters do. How important is using Dembele in Barcelona's lineup? Because he's really fast. He makes some difference that, at least in this match, wasn't able to be done by Lewandowski yet.
Yeah, well, if he can get behind that final man and that final player, you can see the benefits, but you can see both sides there trying the similar type of tactics. You can see Bayern Munich trying to get Koeman in behind the last defender, just offside at that point.
Yes, you have to put not just the ball on the box, but also your player.
Absolutely,
so
indeed.
It's doubly difficult.
Indeed it is. Sergio Busquets, Gnabry intercepts it. Gnabry looking to lead this one forward. Gravenberch. Forward, it's intercepted by Koundé. Busquets to Gavi. Nice one-touch passing there. Lewandowski, De Jong on towards Dembele. Has players in the centre. Can he find them? He's dummied the cross. It's in towards Gavi. Gavi takes a touch and pulls it wide.
It tactically was perfect. It was the last-minute execution what failed. But look at this. He receives the ball just by himself.
Takes the touch and just pulls it wide.
Perhaps it was one extra step. He perhaps may try to get the shot at first sight like Ettore did.
Sometimes you can be too cute in eFootball, and sometimes you can try an extra pass or an extra touch, just one touch too many.
And I think that's something that De Palma is working on. He knows that he must release the ball earlier. Sometimes he gets a little bit too possessive with the ball.
Indeed, it might just get underneath his feet here as João Cancelo breaks it down here for Bayern Munich. See it top of your screen. 38 in-game minutes gone here. This is game number 2. If you're just joining us and you didn't catch the first game, Ettore came through. Bit of a nail-biter with João Victor, 1-0 to Barcelona. As we see Gravenberch forward towards Serge Gnabry. Gnabry looks to body feint, gets a double touch into Tell, into Coman, looking back for Tell, and Busquets again, that pivot that just breaks up the play exactly when you need it.
Yeah, and it's getting a little bit difficult for Bayern Munich to get to shot the ball at target.
Yeah, well, you can see as well, whenever they receive the ball, there's that wave of 3 players going forward from a Bayern Munich perspective. Here's Dembele looking down the line, looking for Frenkie de Jong. Kimmich will recover the ball. Sommer slips as he kicks it. As a result, goes to a Barcelona player. It's de Jong looking for Dembele. Dembele still going. Ball is still in the box here.
He went between 3 players. Dembele slid by 3 defenders.
Could have gone anywhere, but it did get cleared away. And at half-time, it is 0-0 in game 2.
Very interesting game. I think this was a little bit more tactical than the first game. As we expected, very battled in the middle field, with a little bit more possession by Barcelona, who had perhaps the clearest chances. But
yeah, I mean, I thought looking at these 2 players going into it, and this goes to show you in terms of predictions and perspectives, knowing the 2 players in the way that I do, I would have thought this would have been a bit more open. Instead, this is a little bit more cagey. Cancelo, beautiful ball into the box. It's a big save from the goalkeeper. Bayern Munich having the first real sight at goal here.
Yes, exactly. That was a real chance. Bayern Munich changed the course of the match.
And it might just open up again here. Here's Tell to Cancelo. Cancelo gets a stunning cross into the box, looking for a header. It's cleared away, only as far as Tell. De Jong will launch that glare. As Upamecano heads it down. It's Joshua Kimmich in towards Lucas Hernandez. Hernandez going over the top here, looking for Sadio Mane, and Araujo will take that back and head it to Anders ter Stegen.
How important is having a good goalkeeping strategy? Having the ability to manual goalkeep may give you a win like it did for Ettore.
Yeah, I think it's important to know when to do it. There are situations what call for it and the situations that don't. As you'll see, Frenkie de Jong looking to make his way in for Barcelona, but Joshua Kimmich clears his lines once more. But it's knowing your players, and it's knowing a lot of it is prep work. As a foul was given away and a booking is given there to Tell. A lot of the prep work that you see or that you won't see from these players, because a lot, for viewers at home, you'll just see this game and you'll think, oh well, they've just turned up. They've just turned up and played.
No.
There is so much prep work that goes into these teams, and knowing what these players are capable of, knowing what systems work, what don't, what traits are on each player, what player skills.
And in fact, I'm amused about they are still playing today, early morning they are playing. Yesterday, late night they are playing. So they don't left anything not being studied.
Absolutely, they leave no stone unturned, as they say in the UK. As we'll see a foul given there. But yeah, absolutely, they go through every detail that they can. As we'll see a free kick looking to be cleared in towards goal by Sergio Busquets. May elect to play it short, or he may not elect to play it at all there, as it looks like it's been changed over to Gavi. Gavi to Pedri. Pedri stops and stutters and gives Bayern Munich a chance to recover. It does go out for a throw though, so Barcelona do still retain possession. Ball down the line here, finds Pedri. Pedri in towards De Jong. De Jong gets the benefit of a lucky touch and a lucky break there. It's Lewandowski, saved by the goalkeeper. It's bounced all around. Sommer will recover it.
Whoa. That ball was there missing.
It was there to be hit by somebody, just couldn't quite find it. There's Gavi though, danger is not over. Pedri, Upamecano, looks to try and clear his lines. It's a bit panicked by Bayern Munich, but they will get it away. Here's Araujo in towards Busquets. Busquets to De Jong, and Gravenberch clears it once more.
So the first minutes were for Bayern Munich. These last 10 in-game minutes are all about Barcelona.
Indeed, as it ebbs and flows. Koeman headed down. Sadio Mane. Mane looking to progress. Takes a stunning strike. Ball ricochets in the air. It's going to go out for a corner, I believe.
Yes.
You can see the
new corner coming up.
You can see the intent there from Sadio Mane. Again, if that space sometimes opens up, sometimes you just need to hit it. Very old-fashioned UK way of playing football. Sometimes you just hit it as hard as you can and hope for the best. And they do get themselves a corner. So, again, danger is not over from a Barcelona perspective as Bayern Munich look to line this one up. And I'm sure Jose will look to get into the Bayern Munich playbook here and see what he can do. It's Kimmich looking to launch this one in, and it's parried over by the goalkeeper. It's a corner again.
That seemed dangerous.
Very dangerous.
And last season, these two guys ended in a 0-0 draw, and I think I may understand why.
Header away. Again, it's that stalemate at the moment. You can see here it's either going to be a moment of magic that will separate the two, or it's going to be a blunder, whichever one comes first in this game, even if there is a separator. 20 minutes left on the clock here. Ball into the box, looking for De Ligt. Goalkeeper punches it clear. As far as Kimmich, back towards Gnabry. Finds Kingsley Coman. Coman, double touch out of his feet. Instead, Sergio Busquets might be able to launch a counter here as Pedri has got waves of Barcelona shirts flowing forward here. Lewandowski on towards Frenkie de Jong. De Jong, oh, he had the space. He didn't realise he had that much space. The ball is taken clear once more. Sadio Mane has runners ahead of him, if he can spot them. And instead, he's played it to Sergio Busquets' his feet. De Jong played clear again by Lucas Hernandez. It's just that moments that are making the game just that little bit tighter. As we see, the clock is still ticking down here as ter Stegen gathers up the ball. Lewandowski looks to win the header here. Does win the header. It's whether Dembele can keep it in. He does. He puts those quick feet to good use. Koundé forward.
They seem to fit each other so well that they can't break the 0-0.
It's like watching fire and ice go against one another here as Koeman looks to dribble his way forward here. Will there be a game breaker here? It's Koeman. Gravenberch. Gravenberch onto Kimmich. Headed down towards Tell. Tell gets it up. Here's Gnabry. Balde gets it away from Gnabry, but he loses out once more. Serge Gnabry. Gnabry takes a touch away from Balde. Gnabry tries to roll it across the box. He had two players there.
He almost scored in his own goal.
Oh, it could have gone anywhere, that. But it was trying to go to the two players that were waiting for it from Bayern Munich.
But in order to make the crossing, to make the interception, he did it a little bit too risky for my taste.
Yeah, he went very much to the byline. There's only so far you can go when you are that close to the byline, is that it either has to go across the box or something absolutely spectacular has to happen for it to go in. So you kind of do close down those avenues. You sometimes maybe see a double touch the other way just to give yourself a bit of space, but as I often say whenever I'm commentating, that's why those guys are there and that's why I'm here, is that those guys will know their teams like the backs of their hands.
But you're a great player, Wes. I saw you playing so much times and winning so much times, and that's why it's so important hearing to what you have to say about this game.
You can see just see the changes there. You can see Barcelona just got a wide man just further out wide here, maybe looking for that counter-attack if it comes their way. Instead, it is Joshua Kimmich for another corner here.
And it's so important, this last ball, because it might close the game.
Cannoned over again here. It's another corner. As we've seen so many times
six corners for Bayern Munich, 0 for Barcelona.
As you've seen so many times within esports, these corner kicks, especially within eFootball, there's a pattern that they look to deploy. As we see there, Choupo-Moting right in the back post. He goes all the way through. Barcelona will finally have possession of the ball again.
Everybody's shooting the corners very, very close. Very, very... not being far from the goal.
It's where the goalkeeper and the defender need to have a chat as to who's going to come and take the ball. And whilst that chat happens, the striker may be able to take benefit of it.
Any ricochet there may end like a goal.
Indeed, it might. Here's Jules Koundé across to Araujo.
I think
Christensen.
He wants the time to go by in order to have the last opportunity very near of the 90 minutes.
Lewandowski does not win the header. Tel gets it down to Choupo-Moting. Choupo-Moting to Tel. Tel looking to turn back. Found in towards Ibrahimovic.
Barcelona is getting a hard time
Cancelo.
holding the ball.
Ibrahimovic has got away from Christensen, but he can't deliver the ball into the box. As Christensen will launch that one clear. We've got not a lot of time left on the clock here. You feel a goal here would be the winner. Here's Pedri. Looking down the line. Upamecano strong in the challenge and blocks off the run here. Sommer. It's 3 minutes stoppage time there in Cancelo. That's an error from Bayern Munich. I think he was looking to try and get that ball forward. Instead, it's gone all the way out of play.
I can see Jose laughing.
I think he more so embarrassment at that going out of play at that point. Ball goes down the line and launch clear once more. Maybe both players thinking that a point may be better than a loss, and that might be why they are not committing numbers forward as Christensen plays it down the line here, finds Pedri. Pedri can't find a ball in, and judged to be a foul. Which way has it gone? It looks like it's gone the way of Bayern Munich.
There's De Palma.
Going to be one more chance here.
Last play of the match.
One big chance there. Jules Koundé blocked off. Choupo-Moting charged down. Could have gone anywhere, and this one will finish 0-0.
Yeah, but you know the last one? Whoa, he was sweating.
Could have gone absolutely anywhere.
He was sweating, yeah. So once again, as last season, these two guys cannot break the 0 line. They can't get the match. It's once again 0 for De Palma, Barcelona 0 from Jose on the Bayern Munich. So by now we have 4 points for Barcelona and 1 point for Bayern Munich.
Well, I'll throw this out as a question to you, Ferita. In terms of before a ball was kicked, if you're Barcelona, would you take 4 points in the first 2 games?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. I think so, because you look at the quality. I was hoping you would agree, because again, looking at the quality of the players, looking at the teams that are on show, and it's only been 1 goal that separated them over 2 games.
Yes, that's true.
That shows you the level that they're at. It shows you the quality that they're at, and as we'll see here, this is from, in terms of the highlights you'll see on the screen there wasn't that many opportunities in the game, and even then, when the opportunities did present themselves, they were half chances. They were half chances, and we look here again, stunning strike that could have gone anywhere.
We got some good goalkeeping.
Yes, and I don't think there was any real clear-cut chances. I mean, of the 6 corners that Bayern Munich had, there was only the one that went really close, and that was from Choupo-Moting, and it was floating all the way through. So we'll see here, Dembele trying to find his way in. This was I believe it was the Gavi opportunity, maybe? No, it was again, it just broke down at half-time. But we had the Gavi opportunity where the ball's just taken too far out. And you'll see here as well, Lewandowski again, they tried to just go near post. Maybe knowing each other's game plan, they may have thought, well, they might get manual goalkeeping and they'll bring it away from the near post, and that would give them the opportunity to score. And instead, it was just it was much ado about nothing.
Even when Bayern Munich in the numbers, in the tail of the tape, has better numbers, I think Barcelona was a little bit closer to getting the win. A little bit.
Yeah. Oh, if you looked at that there, that was that chance you were talking about where if you've got yourself to the byline, you really have cut down your options. And you could see where Jose wanted to put the ball. It wasn't to the guy at the back post, it was the guy in the middle, because he was backing off and looking like he had an opportunity. And again, this was this almost chaotic end to the game where ricocheted off Choupo-Moting, could have literally have gone anywhere.
If that was a little bit closer, that would be a really dangerous opportunity.
But you can see the reassurance from his 2 teammates there. You can see the reassurance of it's okay. It's okay. It's a point. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's
enough.
I think had the Palma lost that game, I think there might have been a slightly different conversation that's happening. But they seem to be quite happy with this as we look to wait for game 3 to get under the way. And as we've worked out by process of elimination, it's Alex Alguacil versus Miguel Mestre.
Yes, these 2 guys know each other a lot. these two guys were teammates last season, and I want to ask them after this match if they feel this match is special. As I told you, Miguel Mestre was saying at the beginning of this match that Barcelona is a very important team, having a Torito on board. I think this match would be a 6-point match for these two guys. And of course, they know each other, they are friends outside, but as you tell, here you have to win, and I think this match would be really, really interesting to watch.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the two players, and again, I look at the successes that Alex has had historically.
Yes.
And you'll hear it a lot on the broadcast in terms of historic achievements that players have had. It sometimes then gets to a point, and I'm not saying necessarily this is the case with Alex, that it's almost like a what have you done for us lately? In the sense of, yes, you got to I think it was a final last year with Bayern, but where are you now? Now that you're away from that Bayern umbrella, where are you? How good can you be? Because we know the gameplay and the game plan that Alex can give. Whether it's a case that Ettore is the guy to drive that out of him, because, like I said, there is an air of expectation when it's like a team that has Ettorito, has the Palma. These guys are heavy hitters. You can't shrink. So for Alex, yes, I think previous match day was 1-1 against Kilzu, which is actually a very good result, all things considered.
Yes.
As Kilzu, again, as we'll talk about later on in the broadcast, one of the kind of breakout stars of eFootball Championship Pro historically. Has become one of those players. Now it's a case of, as we said, you're going up against Miguel, you're going up against former teammates, you're going up against former rivals as well, both domestically and internationally. What can you do here? And for Mestre has, for me, kind of become almost the unofficial heartbeat of that Bayern Munich team. Whenever you see him score, he is as passionate as anything. You've seen him in derbies in previous competitions. You've seen him represent Bayern in previous competitions. It's almost become that kind of heartbeat that you kind of just go, actually, he's really got something about him, Mestre has. And that's why this is so fascinating, because, yes, as we said, previous teammates are now against one another, and how much of one does know about the other?
A lot. They know a lot. They know the strengths of the other player, and they know I don't want to say the weak side, but you know the weakness. Yeah. I mean, if you play so much time together and you spend so much time training, you know it by heart, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that also this is an important piece. Barcelona is undefeated in this tournament until this match. So he will be trying to continue with this. It's 4 points today. Let's see how this match ends.
Yeah, they'll certainly be gunning for 7 points out of this game now that it is there as the carrot. But if you're Bayern Munich, you're looking to split the points. You're looking to get the 4 points yourself, because again, Bayern Munich have their own aspirations, as do Barcelona. We say it all the time, these games you don't get these games back. So this is one that really keep an eye on so early in the broadcast today. As we'll see, Bayern Munich from left to right, Barcelona from right to left.
And I won't be surprised if we have this match on the knockout stage, of course.
Well, a very early call there for the knockout stage, of course. Bear in mind, all of these games that you'll see here today all count 3 points per game, or a maximum you can get out of them. It's not a best-of-3 scenario just yet. It's 3 games that will cost you some points. Here's Tel up to Sadio Mane. Mane.
Strange ball lost by Barcelona. Now he recovers.
Recovered it very well there. Here's Pedri onto De Jong. De Jong to Ousmane Dembele. Dembele into Frenkie De Jong, looking for De Ligt. Well, as I say, looking past De Ligt. De Jong does get that ball back. It's ricocheted to Stanisic. Ball is cleared to Koundé. So again, just how much do each other really know about one another? There is Pedri just to clip the ball infield, but Koundé will recover it. Kessie. Gnabry will win it back here. He's got Tel in the middle should he need to use him. Instead it goes out wide to Gravenberch. Forward to Tel. Tel has runners. If he looks to use him, Tel on towards Kingsley Coman. Big save. It's just offside.
Offside. Yeah, it's offside.
It's a big save from the goalkeeper. It's just a toe that is offside.
Yes. Yeah, but it's once again Barcelona is good at goalkeeping. I can start to see a pattern there, like they are training very well their goalkeeping skills.
Stanisic out wide to Gnabry. Gnabry looking to go past Koundé. Koundé, it's Christensen. Koeman's won it back. Koeman, can he dribble in field? Double touch around the corner. Great manual save. Tell looking to recover it once more. Here's Gravenberch. Gravenberch double touch. Gravenberch, good save again.
Whoa, amazing attacking by Bayern Munich. Two great opportunities, very clear, excellent goalkeeping abilities from Barcelona. Alex Alguacil really had Ter Stegen as a superhero.
There's a big, big save there. You can see the outtake of breath. They knew there was chances on there.
Amazing attacking by Bayern Munich.
Corner has already gone in as we missed it on the replay, but no damage was done as Ter Stegen took a hold of the ball for Barcelona. It's Gnabry looking to win the header. Matthijs de Ligt gives it away to Pedri. Pedri looking forward here, looking to just do a couple of super cancels just to unseat that Barcelona, the Bayern Munich defence, but Barcelona run it out of play there. There's Koeman, Stanisic, on towards Matthijs de Ligt. Sergio Roberto wins it back. It's forward in transition. Dembele, Pedri looking for Lewandowski.
It was the last step, the one that failed.
Yeah, it's that key point. It's that key point in the field where the defensive midfielder lies. That's where both of these teams have got experts in their craft. One has Sergio Busquets, the other has Joshua Kimmich. Both are premier in that position, and it's something that they're going to have to find a way around here. As Kingsley Coman looks forward, finds Serge Gnabry, back to Coman, looking for the give and go down the wing instead. Koundé will intercept it. Kimmich wins the header again, so valuable in that position. Tell, neat little back heel, finds Kingsley Coman. Coman looking forward, lofts it up towards Gravenberch. Instead, it's taken, clearing away. Back again, though, this pressure coming with Bayern Munich. Sadio Mane looks to the curler, and it is taken gratefully into the hands.
Good goalkeeping, but now he makes an error.
An uncharacteristic error, might I add, as Gravenberch will look to take it instead. Positionally, it's always good to change your thrower because, again, centre midfielder might have been out of play there as we see Tell, but the centre midfielders would have been out of position. So playing it to that side of the field is always handy, but just didn't quite get anything on that ball. There's Kimmich trying to win it. Instead, Kessie battles him.
I don't know why the goalkeeper did that.
It is a mystery to you and I, Farita. It is a mystery. As we'll see, Coman forward to Mane instead. Araujo comes forward and takes it away. Lewandowski is forward towards Pedri. Pedri's onside here. Pirouette. Tried to take it away from Upamecano. I think he maybe thought that there was going to be more pressure than what he thought there. As I see an early booking there, but sometimes you try and bait your opponent by trying to figure out exactly how much pressure they're going to exert.
I think he was looking for the penalty.
I mean, he could have also been looking for the penalty. I'm probably trying to give him the benefit of the doubt here. As we'll see, it's going to be Sergio Busquets, that familiar figure, taking the free kick up towards Lewandowski. Upamecano heads it clear. Here's Tell on towards Mane. Free kick given. Barcelona will take a quick one. Finds Lewandowski. Kessie back towards Pedri. Pedri wins the header. Matthijs de Ligt will clear it away.
I will ask you a spicy question.
A spicy question, go on.
Do you think he would play that pirouette if he wasn't playing against a former teammate?
No, I think he still plays it because it made contextual sense. It wasn't a case of, oh, well, I've just done it in midfield and I just thought, oh, I'll just put it in. Instead, he knows that the pressure is going to come there. And if you do press the secondary player press, you have to commit to that press. So it's the right move. It's just it wasn't something that Mestre or something that Mestre had read. As a mistake goes in there, it's Lewandowski in a goal. Big save by Sommer.
Amazing save once again.
You can hear the groans from the mix zone up at the top.
That was a clear opportunity. That was a clear opportunity.
Gnabry, though, plays a long one forward. Goalkeeper comes out. Oh, that might have been handball, but the ref has not given that. It's play on.
Whoa, now we are having some fun here in this game.
Well, it certainly lit the touch paper of this game.
Last 10 minutes were fire, my friend.
They were indeed. Gnabry forward to Coburn, cleared away. Petri looking to win the header. Instead, it's down to Joshua Kimmich. Forward. Christensen takes it away. 1 minute added on, as you heard.
It's like a boxing match now.
It's very much who can do the damage first here. Ball goes long, and instead it's headed on towards Gravenberch. Ball is still live here. Referee has not blown up here. It's Sadio Mane. Mane, double touch, and again Sergio Roberto takes it away. There is half-time, 0-0 at the half.
Punch by punch, blow by blow. They were taking turns. Amazing end of the first half.
I think there was a lot to be said about that first half. It just woke up in that last period, that last 10 minutes in game. All of a sudden, it woke up a bit. A couple of chances here and there will certainly provide a little bit more spice, as you would call it. But as we look at it here, still finely balanced. And again, we're still waiting for a goal. We have not seen a goal in... Yeah, let me do my maths here. 135 virtual in-game minutes here. We've not seen a goal.
But I think that the last 10 minutes had some more opportunities, some more football, and some more errors.
Yeah, certainly. It's going to be a case of either error or magic. It's going to be one of the two. And Sergio Roberto plays it forward. Looking on towards De Jong, heads it back, looks for Lewandowski, finds Dembele into the box. Pedri, it's not quite cleared away. And you can hear the audible groans from the other players watching on here. They'll certainly have their vested interests in terms of who they will be looking to
and the thing
win
is that
the game here.
They both defend very well. That's why it's so difficult, because there's always one more defender.
There is indeed. But Gravenberch looks to lead it forward. Sadio Mane. Mane looking for runners. Finds Kingsley Coman, he's one of them. Gnabry, double touch, turns it in field, looks over the top there, finds Sadio Mane onside, takes a knee, and Roberto, it's knocked off him, but I think it might have been judged to have been a foul there, and it does look to be a foul, so it will go back the way of Barcelona.
And Barcelona is, at this point of the match, repeating the match they won. Etorito wins, and they don't lose.
Yeah, I think looking at it, it's kind of almost echoes of it in terms of how they are playing at the moment. It feels as though it could go either way.
So it's a very nice match. This is the last game of this first match. The game 1 was for Barcelona 1-0, game 2 0-0.
It certainly is indeed. That was a dangerous one back there from Sergio Roberto. If Tel had been a little bit more alive to it, but I mean, it may have just had half a chance there, but instead goes back and away. Is Kessie to Lewandowski. Barcelona looking to lead the charge there. Pedri up towards Frenkie de Jong. Up against Stanisic. Ball goes backwards. Brilliant ball inside. It's de Jong. It's Dembele!
And we were saying that it's even an error or it's magic. Well, it was magic.
Absolutely. That give and go with Frenkie de Jong, as we'll see in the replay here, that give and go with Frenkie de Jong, we talked about teammate pressure as well. That's a perfect example of when it goes against you, as we'll see here. Frenkie de Jong, you can see that there. You'll see that movement triggered from there. Defender falls over. It's one moment in a game that it just switches off. And again, from Alex Alguazil, we'll see a moment of magic, which then allows Ousmane Dembele to pound it into the back of the net.
And watch Lewandowski's work. He does the curtain.
Yeah, and you look there in terms of reactions there. It's muted from Alex Alguazil, but you'll see the fist pump from Etorito.
Yes.
He knows how much this means, as does the Palmer.
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. Yes, of course. And this is so important because Alex, on match day 1, he was a little bit grumpy. He said, okay, I got 1 point, but he's very, very critical with his own level, you know?
But
because
that goes to be
that's
said.
what a champion looks like.
I was just about to say, you know, we spoke about Monaco just in the build-up to the start of the match day in terms of their standing. But the reason why it's such a shock to everybody is because of how their standard has always been so high.
Yes.
And the same can be said for Alex and for Barcelona. There's an expectation with Barcelona in terms of their performances, and he will feel as though he needs to reach that. And again, at this point in time, he certainly is. Sane looks to dink that ball in towards Tell. It ricochets off to Stegen, will take that clear.
How fast did Bayern Munich react? It was just a second ago, and on the kickoff, they were really fast into the opponent box.
As quick as it is to concede in eFootball, you also have to have almost the goldfish memory. You have to basically just say, it's happened now, we need to go again.
Exactly.
And as you'll see Bayern Munich trying to set the tone once more, but again, Lewandowski and co trying to get that second and be a little bit more secure as Koundé, Dembele, back to De Jong, Dembele to Pedri. It's almost mesmerising watching this ball move forward here. Upamecano will stop.
You can see the confidence building in.
You can indeed, but you've got to be careful with confidence, because confidence becomes danger as Leroy Sané gets through Christensen, gets around to Sadio Mane. Big save again from Ter Stegen. Wasn't a manual one that time, but still very impressive save for the goalkeeper.
Yes, how important is good goalkeeping?
Yeah, it's worth its weight in gold when you have a keeper like Ter Stegen, or any of the clubs that have here, because again, I look at all of the clubs, they all have kind of marquee goalkeepers.
Yes.
So to have a goalkeeper of that standard, it's worth its weight in gold when it comes to eFootball.
Yeah, it's very important, very important. And we are seeing the last game of this match. If things end like this, we are looking for a very, very good result for Barcelona, but things haven't ended. Anything may happen still.
Yeah, it'd be 7 points taken if results stand as they do. 7 points taken for Barcelona. But there's a corner here for Bayern Munich. Corner going into the box, looking for Tell's header. It's headed down. Sergio Busquets scrambles that clear.
Qué peligro.
And it's Robert Lewandowski who will take that ball away. It gets deflected up into the air. Kimmich will win it though, and Bayern Munich will look to stride forward once more instead. Busquets.
That bomb was ticking.
Very much so, but so is the clock at this point in time. Tell though, on towards Leroy Sané. Sané does the dummy, takes it, super cancel. Oh! That clearance could have gone anywhere.
Mamadera.
That could have been nestled in the top corner, but luckily it has gone
This
the
guy...
wayside. Danger not gone here though. Ball into the box, looking for De Ligt's header. Tell will recover it at the corner.
Alex has nerves of steel.
Nerves of steel, and he certainly has 9 lives that he is living by here as Frankie de Jong.
And you could see
Lewandowski,
that play, he didn't move a muscle in his face.
No, he didn't. I think it's probably more so out of shock than it is anything. Is Lewandowski, though, trying to fashion a chance here. De Jong in towards Lewandowski, back heel towards De Jong. Goretzka picks that up this time. The German looking to try and drive forward here. Araujo will chest that one down. Sometimes you just need to clear your lines if you're Barcelona, as Sané plays the ball in towards Mane. It's cleared away once more. It's Kessie.
The attack from Bayern Munich seems very dangerous.
It's given away though. You've got to be careful on those counter-attacks, but 9 minutes left here. Time is ticking down.
Yes, but each opportunity seems a little bit more dangerous.
It does as time goes on. They have to be careful. They have to keep going. But if you're Bayern Munich, you need to find a goal, and you need to find one very quickly.
And now
Kessie, though,
Barcelona has a hard time holding the ball.
It's Lewandowski, Dembele with the strike. It's Upamecano that will take that one clear.
It rebounds.
It does indeed. It does. Mane, Goretzka, Mane, Koeman. It's cleared away by Christensen. It's also Dembele. Ball's cleared away once more though. Counter-attack could be on here for Bayern. There's not a lot of time left here. Leroy Sané looking to unseat that defence. Is Koeman. It's cleared away once more. Is Ousmane Dembele. And you've got to feel from a personal standpoint, a little bit of vindication for Alex Alguacil if he goes on and closes this game out.
Yes.
It's Sergio Roberto.
It was interesting seeing how they studied each other on this last play. Will he pass? Will he try to do it? They were studying, you know?
The poor ball given away there though, but brilliantly dispossessed by Araujo. There's only 3 minutes left of stoppage time. And sometimes discretion is the better part of valor. You have to kind of tuck your chin and hope for the best, as we'll see there. Lewandowski wins it back from defence. Kimmich will win it forward once more. Time of added time here. Here's Koeman. Koeman in towards Mane. Mane, oh, it's a bad touch. but I think the referee has pulled it back.
Offside?
No, he's pulled it back for a free kick. Still, time is ticking here.
Whoa,
One
whoa,
last
whoa,
chance
whoa,
here
whoa.
for Bayern Munich.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't move, don't move.
What's going to happen here? We have seen plenty of trick free kicks within eFootball. Will we see something special here, or will it be closed out? It's Leroy Sané with the hit. Goalkeeper's been moved, and that is into the hands of the goalkeeper.
See the hands.
That will be final whistle.
Whoa!
And Alex
whoa,
Alguacil has closed out game number 3. It is 7 points to Barcelona to 1 point for Bayern Munich. You saw the animated celebration from Alex.
Yes.
Probably just to quieten down the noise.
I thought he was going to do the Topo Gigio.
No, that was very much a pipe down, everybody. Calm down. I've got this.
Yeah. But everyone. It was, you know, when he put his hand near his ears, I said, oh, he's going for a Messi.
Well, indeed, in this fashion, you'll see there, great handshake from everybody. Barcelona will be absolutely delighted with that result.
Yes, of course. Of course. You know, 7 points, it's a very good start. Both of the players in the teammates knew very well each other, and if you ask before the match, 7 points, I think it's beyond what you may expect when you play against Bayern Munich.
Yeah, absolutely. And you think about it as well, after 2 match days, they've got 12 points after 2 match days. Very good showing from Barcelona.
Very interesting. We are seeing here the players come by.
And we'll just cut to some of the highlights out of this game. As you'll see at the bottom of your screen, it was a great save there. And you'll see there again the double touches and the chances that were there and were coming. Yeah, you can see there as well. It's fantastic to watch. I mean, Semra, I know you probably had a bird's eye view of it, probably up in the gallery. I mean, I'm not sure. We could hear the animation up there, but it wasn't something that we couldn't quite decipher who they were rooting for, if I was perfectly honest.
Up close and personally to see what was going on. It was a fantastic match all around. In game 1, you had the veteran, the champion, the multiple-time champion in Etorito going up against a debutant, the young Brazilian who's never played here at the eFootball Championship Pro before. And still, Etorito managed to eke out a marginal win. A great 3 points for him to put on the board for today. The second game, no goals. It was such a tight contest, but it was so entertaining. Some beautiful football. It was nullified by some great defending. And it was a repeat of the quarterfinals last time, these two, when they went up against each other in game 1. A game which had to go down to penalties, which also ended up winning, by the way. But it was a spectacular game. I think you called it the game of fire and ice.
Yeah.
Good fun, that one, even though it was a goalless draw.
It felt as though we always felt that there was going to be more goals, but sometimes, as you find out with both within esports and real football, sometimes the best games are the ones that are incredibly tight. And as we'll see there, I mean, you can, as I'm looking over at kind of player, kind of almost their auras, you can really tell the confidence that is now coming through Barcelona's ranks now.
You absolutely can sense that, and I think we saw that coming through in game 3 with Alex. Alex, someone who was really trying to get a sense of vindication for himself. He's trying to find a path of redemption, if you like, and he came out strong today going up against his former teammate, someone who he'd played alongside for 3 years, actually. They know each other inside and out. That can always be a blessing, or it can also be a curse.
Absolutely.
But he came out on top, didn't he? So it was brilliant to see him get those 3 points on the board, and like you said, 12 points. So now they're 5 clear. No, sorry, my math isn't very good. They're 3 clear,
3 clear of AC Milan.
Yeah, and we'll see how that changes throughout the day, but certainly a great way to start off match day 2.
Yeah, absolutely. It was fantastic, and I'm sure, I think Ferrito is ready almost with Alex to hear what he's got to say, but I'm sure he'll be delighted with the performance today.
I'm sure he will be indeed. I can only imagine that Alex is very much on cloud 9. Let's go ahead and cross over to Fiorita, who is speaking to him right now, and get his thoughts.
Felicitaciones, congratulations, Alex Alguacil. 7 points, and this match was the match that all of us wanted to see. Was it a special match for you?
It was a normal one. Just the second match day, obviously, against my former teammates. Happy because at the end we took 7 points with a great performance. Torres, Saúl was close to win, and I did my job. Finally, it feels good to win your game. It's tough to the many hours that we are investing, training. You have to arrive here and play your best, and obviously I'm already far to the level that I want to reach, but super happy because it was as you say, a special victory. I think 2 months ago I had not enough level to be playing on that side, but here we are, and there is no more motivation that someone don't trust on you, and that they say that I'm not capable to reach that level. At the end, I wanted to dedicate the victory to my teammates, Torres, Saúl, because they are always there, supporting, training hard, to my family, to my girlfriend, and and to all of them that don't trust on me, because it's the biggest motivation that I could have.
They made a mistake not trusting you?
No. They have an amazing team. They deserve to be on top as well. I think they will qualify to the playoff, and they are one of the favorite teams to win. It's just a simple match day. That doesn't mean nothing, this victory. But, keep looking forward, keep training hard, and keep improving each one. Yeah.
The celebration was a special one?
No, not really. It was not the best game. It was a close match against Mestre. I respect them a lot. I wanted to say everybody that FC Barcelona is not a Toritos team. It's a FC Barcelona. They have 3 of the best player in the world playing here, and we will keep improving. I think the victory of Saúl will come. Ettore is in another level, and I myself, I keep training, keep focus on the small details, and try to be ready. Every player here, every team is so strong. Every match day is super difficult to win.
Next match is against Inter. What can we expect?
It's a completely rolled of game. Today we have a face-to-face against Bayern. Going forward to the match, Inter is played differently a little bit, so it's going to be really, really tough. We will try to see them today, see how we can face them, and train hard. It's 2 weeks, can change a lot.
Well, it's Alex Alguacil, very, very explosive. But I respect you a lot, and you had a great match. Congratulations. Go ahead, friends.
Thank you very much. Alex, for what it's worth, we trust in you. We believe in you. But it's always great to hear from him as well, because he always offers a lot of sincerity, a lot of honesty. There was a bit of spiciness, picanteness, we could say, in Spain. And he was throwing darts, as I like to say in Spain as well, lanzando dardos. He really wasn't holding back. He was telling the world what he really thinks, what he really feels. And it's nice, actually, to see somebody open up so honestly about what's going on right now.
Absolutely. That was the old Alex Alguacil.
Yeah.
That's the level. That's the level that we all know.
Vintage performance and vintage interview as well.
The thing is, let's not beat around the bush. Alex is one of the best players that has ever played the game. Not just always one of the best players, he's one of the best players historically ever.
Which is why you loved it when he said this is not a Toritos team. This is FC Barcelona.
And not to mention the fact that exactly. And the team that he has, or the team that he is a part of, 3 premier players. So for people to say, oh, well, it's Etorito's team, Etorito is great within the team. That is also great. So
but that was an answer of the tape we saw before. Remember that with Mestre saying, well, they have Etorito. I think that was the answer for that question.
Well, moral of the story, if you're looking forward, is don't annoy him. That's the worst thing you can do. Don't annoy him. That's the worst thing.
That's like Lionel Messi, right?
Yeah.
The worst thing you can do is wind him up.
Yeah.
And I thought he was going for this one, When he made this celebration, and I think, is he doing this one?
No.
Not today. Well, in any case, Barcelona, after today, they were unbeaten after the 3 games, so it was a brilliant match day 2 for them. Well, we can roll right on into the next one. 2 teams that are very much looking for points as they sit 8th and 5th in the table. In the case of one team, there's no points on the board. In the case of the other...